Greetings and salutations.
Hello, world of the internet. I'm Shelly.
And I'm Dee. And
welcome to the Laugh Lounge.
Okay.
Do you have a story for us today?
Oh my word. The story that I found has me feeling very uncomfortable.
Oh boy. Like the creepy guys that come after me?
No, not that uncomfortable. Like, as a female, my insides.
Oh.
Alabama mom is 1 in a million delivering 2 babies from 2 uteruses in 2 days. This happened back in December.
From 2? So 1 baby in each uterus?
Yes.
In 1 woman?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
32-year-old Kelsey Hatcher welcomed 2 beautiful baby girls into the world last week, delivering fraternal twins at the University of Alabama at Birmingham Hospital. But, unlike typical twins, the newborns came from 2 separate wombs. Hatcher vaginally delivered her first baby, Roxy, at 7:45 p.m. on December 19th, followed by Rebel, who was delivered by C-section after 10 hours later on December 20th. I have named the first one Roxy and the one that came out last and more complicatedly, Rebel.
Makes sense.
Her experience is what is known as a decavitary. I don't read medical words.
I don't recognize that medical word.
Decavitary pregnancy, according to the University of Alabama at Birmingham News release. The National Library of Medicine says this type of pregnancy is believed to be a 1 in a million occurrence. Hatcher was a teen when she was diagnosed with uterus didelphys. Didelphys.
I don't know these. Let me see if I can find it.
Commonly referred to as a double uterus, which occurs in 0.3% of women, according to the Cleveland Clinic. She also has 2 cervixes, and though she had 3 typical pregnancies in the past year, or in years past, Hatcher's 4th go-round through Hatcher's obstetrician, Dr. Shawada Perel, for a loop when the first ultrasound showed 2 fetuses and 2 uteruses. I had taken care of Kelsey through her 3rd pregnancy and knew she had double uteruses, but that was only 1 baby. 2 babies and 2 uteri, which is apparently the plural of uterus.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they say uteruses? Never mind. 2 babies and 2 uteri were a medical surprise, Patel told the university's communications department. Didn't they say uteruses up here?
They need to get it together.
I had consistency in my stories. Yeah, it says 2 babies from 2 uteruses. Is it uteruses or uteri?
I don't know, but you need to go and talk to the editor. Go and talk to the copy editor. My aunt's a copy editor.
Did you find anything in there, your book of study?
No, I didn't. I just want to know.
Okay.
If you have 2 uteruses.
Uteri? Yeah?
How does, fertilization work?
That's what I was curious. I probably wanted to read more and see, because is it possible to have 2 babies from 2 men?
Where did...
Does the sperm come to a fork in a road?
Yeah, where does the sperm go?
And they communicate?
Are there 2 sets of fallopian tubes? Are there 2 vaginas? Are there 2 vaginas?
And were there 2 penises?
That was my question! Do you sleep with 2 men at the same time? With your 2 vaginas? Can't.
Most people don't want to have a devil's threesome, though. Hey, you're the one that says it's not your first rodeo. You tell me your shirts last week, and you said, and the internet couldn't quote, I've done it. It's not my first time.
I have no comment.
that's very interesting. Like, yeah, I am curious about the fallopian tube thing. Like, how does it, the nutrients, like...
Like, is there 2 umbilical cords?
There'd have to be. There's 2 babies.
Well, yeah. But where do they go? Like the umbilical cord comes from the uterus, right? Like, to the baby?
There's 2 uteri.
I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Because...
Do you have to eat...
Twice as... No, because you still have 2 babies. It works the same as twins, right?
Bro, I don't know.
No.
I
still don't know if there's a fork in the road when the sperm was there, and if they just took turns deciding which direction to go.
I think we should look up, like, a Google...
I'm afraid.
Google of, like, a diagram.
I'm afraid.
What was it called? Like the
medical word that I couldn't read?
Yeah.
Uterus? Put that first.
No, the word...
Diddleifus. You're going to be like an idiot again on the internet, because I can't read this word.
I can't read it either. Didelphus?
Commonly referred to as double uterus. What does it look like, Shelley?
There's 2 cervixes.
That's what I read that out loud.
I didn't remember that part. I was too busy reading.
You see what I deal with? This is what I deal with.
Anyway, that's what it looks like. So there's just one. So it's like a split uterus is basically what it is.
Yeah, because
there's still 2 fallopian tubes.
So why did you ask if there's 2 sets of fallopian tubes when there's already 2 sets of fallopian tubes?
No, because I was thinking that if there was 2 separate uteruses, if there was 2 sets of fallopian tubes and
2 sets of 2.
Yeah.
That is interesting. We'll show the internet.
Yeah, show the internet.
Man, this is not what a normal lady looks like. I know you're not familiar with how all this works, but this one's special.
It's interesting.
It is interesting.
Okay, it's interesting.
So, yes, the sperm does take a fork at the road?
Yeah, it literally does. So, you could call it the fork in the road pregnancy.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
The decision pregnancy.
The left or right pregnancy.
Oh, man.
I think we needed something sweet to
get
us through the day.
This is a little much. So, after last week's shot, yeah, that evening wasn't that great. So we decided to do something easier this time. And we chose syrup.
We said shots of the weird. Doesn't have to be shots of the gross.
Yeah. So, yeah, it'll pour. Okay.
It's gonna be thick on the throat. That one's mine.
Okay.
This should be interesting. Breakfast. It's what's for dinner.
That's right.
You won't need dessert tonight.
No, I won't.
You still have that ice cream bar in the fridge, though, if you want it.
Oh, that's true.
You just syrup the book.
That's really good.
We're about to take a shot of it. You did really well with your apple cider vinegar shot. Are you going to do as well with this one?
I don't know. It don't taste bad, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Hold on, I gotta lick my...
Well, I'm aroused.
Okay.
You're my husband.
It's still weird. Gonna make it awkward, man. It's fine.
What we're drinking to this time? Thank God we only have one uteri.
The only way in which that we are normal. Maybe.
Mostly.
I mean, do you really know if you only have one uterus?
Well, I've had an ultrasound.
Okay. I haven't, so I really don't know.
Well, they were doing an ultrasound. What are they doing an ultrasound of? I don't know. I had to drink a lot of water. I had to pee so bad. I drank like 2 gallons of water for this stupid ultrasound. They thought that they were looking at my ovaries. So yeah, Because they were looking for cysts.
So they would have known. They would have seen it.
Yeah, they were looking
okay,
for
my
cysts.
Um,
When I got diagnosed with PCOS.
I could be weird. I don't know.
Well, you're the husband. It doesn't matter. I'm the wife. Drinking to normal reproductive organs. Well, no, I have PCOS, so mine's not normal anyway.
I feel like there's a hair in front of my eyeball.
Did that help any?
No.
Okay. I tried.
Alright, so we're just weird. It's fine.
Oh, that was pleasant. That's good syrup. That was really good syrup.
It's dollar store syrup.
Good job, Dollar Store. Worcestershire sucks.
Yeah.
Your syrup's not so bad. That wasn't so bad.
Bro, like, what the heck? I'm gonna have to go find a mirror. Y'all don't want me to get really close to my eyeball. You really don't want me to do that.
Okay. You ready for your fun fact?
We have to do our would you rather.
Oh, fudge nuggets. I'm really excited for this fun fact. I don't know why it's not that great. I like it.
So, would you rather
I think we have last week's.
only be able to walk on all fours,
Or have your clothes start to disappear after 1 hour of wearing them? Oh, God, this is an interesting one. Okay. Start to disappear after 1 hour of wearing them. They don't completely disappear. They just start to. But when do they stop?
So are we talking about like they start like melting off in like spots, or like one article at a time?
Or is it like they slowly become opaque or translucent from opaque? That's what I pictured in my head. Is they slowly become translucent. They slowly because they start to disappear.
Right.
So I wonder, do they continue to disappear over the span of time after that hour starts?
Was after 1 hour. That's what it sounded like to me. Like
They
after
just
an hour,
your clothes
they start
begin
disappearing,
and then keep doing it.
and then they just keep doing that throughout the day. That's what that said. That's how I
understood it too.
Yeah.
And only be able to walk on all fours? How are you going to do your job on all fours?
I can't do my job on all fours.
Can't do it naked either. These are really tough choices.
Like, I work 10-hour days. I'd be completely butt-ass naked by the end of the day.
You would. I mean, your shorts are pretty sexy. So. Just gonna throw it out there as the doting wife.
Okay.
You're gonna hide yourself now.
I don't know about that one.
This is a hard one.
I really don't know.
Because, like, the last ones we've had, one's been kind of and one's been ugh.
Yeah.
But this one, they're both terrible.
I don't know. Like, I would get really sick of having to walk on all fours. Especially having the ability, to stand up straight.
Exactly. Because you're standing up. You're functioning as a human. And then you gotta move from place to place. You gotta crunch down on all fours. And, like, gorilla walk.
Yeah. Your back would hurt.
But, like, at the same time, it just says your clothes, not everyone's. So it's only happening to you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you'd have to be just really confident.
I'm not. I moonlight as Jabba the Hutt on the weekends. I had to show her who Jabba the Hutt was like a month ago because she had no idea. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my husband.
This is me.
My uncultured swine of a husband. She doesn't even get that reference either.
No.
Toy Story.
It's been I have seen Toy Story. It's just been a long time.
When the Mr. Potato Head walks up to the piggy bank and says, "Look at me, I'm Picasso." He's got all his pieces in all the wrong spots. And the pig goes, or ham goes, "I don't get it." And he goes, "You uncultured swine."
Okay.
And there's a hockey puck beside him. What are you looking at, you hockey puck?
I don't know how you guys, like, remember this stuff. Like, I don't remember.
My youngest brother loved Toy Story. We watched that VHS until it was worn out, and we had to throw it away.
Yeah.
And get a new one. Like, we watched it constantly. He had a Buzz Lightyear action figure, and he would sit in front of it in his Buzz Lightyear pajamas and watch Toy Story. You know I'm the same age as Andy? I grew up with Andy.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Fun fact. Now you know how old I am if you know how old Andy was.
So we didn't decide, did we? Okay,
No.
we're going to have you guys decide. Would you rather only be able to walk on all fours?
Or have your clothes start to disappear 1 hour after wearing them?
Yeah, because I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I really don't want to go to work naked. I really don't.
And you really don't want to go to work on all fours.
No, I don't. I just...
This is horrible.
No. Okay, hit us with your fun fact.
Okay. I enjoyed it because I'm from all over. I've moved near 20-something times. But I held longest in North Carolina. And the North Carolina national bird is the cardinal.
Okay.
The northern cardinal is the most popular state bird. Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, North Carolina, Ohio, Virginia, where I live now, and West Virginia all picked it as their favorite species. The western meadowlark takes second place as the honoree in 6 other states. So
Bird facts.
Yes, I just thought it was nifty because I lived. I've lived in North Carolina and Virginia. Oh well, I live in Virginia now.
Yeah.
And they both have the same state bird. I thought that was interesting.
Well, there you go. Now you have been bird educated.
Last week it was about the fowl. The fowl.
What?
You know, birds are often called fowl.
Yeah.
And they were fowl. The parrots.
Oh! It's been like a week. I don't remember that.
The fowl? As long as it's something not important, I will remember it. Don't ask me our anniversary.
I don't know that either.
I have to look at where those pictures were taken.
Yeah, I don't know. We have to use our phones. Okay, so for our inspirational quote, I picked this one because I thought it was really deep. I sat with my anger long enough until she told me her real name was grief.
And that is just like, that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Because I had a very spotted childhood. We'll use those words.
Sure.
And for a long time, when I had a therapist, I lived in Arizona, the best therapist I ever had. Shout out to Autumn. I know she's watching this.
Absolutely.
I'm absolutely watching this.
Yes.
She told me that one of the biggest issues that I had was that I was mourning a childhood that I didn't get to have.
Yes, I learned that in therapy too.
And so I was very angry, very, very angry
Yeah.
at certain people who raised me in my life and that were around me. And to understand that I'm angry because they deprived me of something. And so it was grief.
Yeah.
I was mourning something that I didn't even have. You know how hard it is to mourn something, to realize you're mourning something that you never had possession of?
Right. Yeah.
That's such a weird thing to mourn.
Yeah.
Like the loss of a loved one, the loss of a limb, the loss of a house, the loss of a job.
No, but it makes sense once you think about it because you're grieving for the way that it did go down and the way that it should have gone down that it didn't.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah. So think about whatever you're angry about.
Find the root cause.
Are you really just grieving something that you did have that you shouldn't have, or that you should have had that you didn't?
Because I find that when you can, and that's what takes me a lot. There's still things that I work on, but when you can look at the problem, assess it, and trace it back to its roots, once you find the root of that problem, that is when healing can begin.
Absolutely.
That is when you can start to overcome it.
Absolutely.
And it's not until you find the root cause of what causes that emotion, that trigger, that whatever. You can't overcome a trigger until you know why it's triggering you.
Right. Even if it's something that somebody did to you. Same thing. It's probably actually grief.
You just have to figure out, why am I feeling this? And it's okay, because whatever your reaction is, your gut reaction is okay. It's just how you act after your initial knee jerk. Because your initial knee jerk, that's the way you react. That you can't help that. But you can learn to train it. because once you find that root cause, you can learn, okay, when I sense this, it's called, I think it's cognitive behavioral therapy, is where you change the way that your mindset is about a situation or a trigger. You change the way your mind processes what you did or didn't have.
Yeah, because also, like, situations, specifically narcissistic abuse, which plays in with my aspiration of a domestic abuse ministry, it actually changes the way that your brain functions. So, you're not crazy. Side note.
Well, you might be, but that's not what causes you to be crazy. We don't want to tell them they're not crazy. They might be crazy.
I'm just saying, little, me tidbit is if you've been in that kind of a toxic environment, relationship, you're not crazy.
No. Those feelings are not crazy. Yeah. They are valid. And yeah, it's a lot. But
so now that you've been to our therapy session,
welcome. We thank you so much for joining us today at the Laugh Lounge.
And until next time, don't forget your joy.
Toodles!